What's up? It's the Prince of Queens, Brian Myers, and the host of the major wrestling figure podcast. And I just want to give a little shout out here to The Fig Life with host Richie the Real Deal Heel and Johnny podcasting. I guess you guys are really into wrestling figures just like myself. As you can see, I'm surrounded by all my little friends, and I just want to remind you guys, stay true.
Hey guys, welcome back to another exciting edition of your favorite YouTube series called Fig Life. My name is Richie, the clean-shaven, real deal heel Reardon, and as always, I am joined by the hairy, the good-looking stud, the fucking god over there, looking just great, the Scandinavian god.
There you go.
Johnny Podcast and John Wanglin. What's up, my man?
What's up, buddy? Good to be back. It's been a couple weeks since we've taped a few Fig Life episodes, so we are here, man. I am not Virgil, WWE Superstar. That's the jabron that's clean-shaven over there. He is Virgil, WWE Superstar, but we're glad to be back, man. We had a bunch of episodes in the can, so, we had to take a couple weeks off there. We had to get all the material out, so, man, we got so much new shit, to go over the next few weeks. So, man, let's get right into it. I'm excited. Got a ton of good stuff. And a lot of great episodes coming up for everybody.
Absolutely, dude. Well said. I am rocking the new Live 5 official. I think there was only 40 made of the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast hat. The newly released Kurt Hawkins and Matt Cardona are no longer with the WWE. But good news ahead, man. They have got some offers coming in, and we will see them again soon on some other shows. So best of luck to them. We are going to do a great retro episode tonight. You guys have been requesting some retro figures, so we're going to go ahead and give the people what they want. Go ahead and start off with what you got, brother.
All right, so I'm going to go retro right here, man. So we got to go back to the time of the 1980s and early 1990s here. And this gentleman was a former World Wrestling Federation champion. He was the most hated villain in the WWE at one point in the early 90s during the Desert Storm era, during WrestleMania 7. I picked this up. It's been on my mind for a while to grab. I had not had any of the Sarge's stuff, so I picked up a brand new, beautiful, well, it's not brand new, but it is brand new to me, and it's in perfect condition. It is a Sgt.Slaughter WWE Classic right here. This is a thing of beauty they did with this one right here. And in this line, they had Dude Love, they had Big John Studd, they had Mankind, they had Ric Flair, and they had the one and only George the Animal Steel in this. And this is just a thing of beauty for many reasons. One, they got the official Sarge hat on here, which you got to love, and the glasses. This was when he was still a good guy, too. And then they actually have the soft goods camo jacket on here for him, too.
And he's got that fucking round brown that me and you have nightmares about.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, we definitely have a few nightmares from our military days of seeing people with the top hats coming out, the Smokey and the Bandit caps. Yeah. They even have the insignia for that he would wear out there with the Staff Sergeant insignia on here for it. You guys can see it probably better, and the pictures all put up. And they have the nightstick as well in this one. And they believe, and what I don't see it in here, but one of his other versions has the belt. This one doesn't. He's not wearing it or anything underneath, but one of the other versions that they have of him here has the belt. He's got a few great classics figures.
Dude, you ain't lying. He's got a couple 1-on-100s in there, and those things are just rare as fuck.
Yeah, this is one of the best ones I've ever seen of him that they've done, hands down. I'd put this in the top 2 or 3. I'm a big fan of Sgt.Slaughter anyways, but there's been a lot of the ones that I've wanted of his, but his are worth a pretty penny usually. And I got to say, this is a score of the week right here. I got this for like $12, man, on me and you have been snatching up a lot of stuff lately. Unfortunately, with the coronavirus stuff going around with COVID, it's good for people that are buyers. Me and you are fortunate enough. We both have really good jobs, and our jobs haven't cut out anything. And we also do a lot of side projects as well for some more fig money, so our wives don't kill us. But this one I scored for like $12, man. And this thing normally you'll find $65, $75 a lot of times. You see this go at here, maybe even more sometimes. It's one of his figures you don't see as much of online, especially for his classics. This is a pretty rare one that you're going to see. I'm not saying they're rare in regards that there was only a small amount made. They just don't go around a lot. You don't see it. So when I saw this, I snatched it right up. The price, I mean, I scored it on a steal. I've scored probably 20 classics over the last 2 weeks on prices. I just couldn't
big
pass
surprise,
up.
folks.
Yeah, right. I know. I've been buying more other things too, which you're going to see on other future episodes over the next couple weeks. So there is more than classics, but I'm upwards of around 80 some odd of the classics, maybe even a little bit. For when I get my Ultimate Warrior set in there for me, I think I'm going to be at like 88 or something on there. So I'll easily be pushing 100 on classics here over the next couple weeks here. So literally,
Hey, dude, you like what you like.
I like what I like, man. And I love a lot of I have a ton of elites and other things I just haven't rocked out. I have a ton of other stuff. I just love the classics. I love this one. It's a great version of it. It's a spin-off in a little ways. It's the same outfit that he wears in the 2-pack with Colonel Mustafa that they have of him. So it's exactly the same version of the pants and the shoes and everything. They just threw the soft-geared camo and the top hat on him here, which is the only difference between that one. So if you ever see that 2-pack, there's a lot of likeness to it. I was supposed to grab that one, but the seller was a fraud, so I ended up not getting it from them because they were a phony account, which assholes. I really wanted that one, but it is what it is, man. I picked this beautiful Sarge up, man, so I could not pass it up with a little Sergeant Slaughter. I love this one, and I always will support the Sarge, man. Many more to come for the great Sergeant Slaughter.
That's such a great figure, dude. I got to pick that one up myself for my collection. But as much as you've been picking up the classics and stuff, I've been scoring a crap load of Hasbros. I got to tell you, man, I think I get one like every other day that I've been picking up here. And the first one I want to show you guys is incredible. This has been made in the Defining Moments line. It's been made in the Mattel Elite line. I mean, all over the place. And I got to tell you, man, the Hasbro collection started off with a bang with this Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, of course.
Love this.
And yeah, absolutely. And you look at that logo there, that's pretty damn cool. They got the great picture of him, the iconic outfit that everybody knows him for, and then the figure itself, we always talk about how Hasbro's the head scans for their time are just incredible, and this one is definitely no exception to that rule. This freaking case is in pretty good shape for the year it was made and everything. It's not an American-made card. It's actually a French one. So it's not, as valuable as what American cards go for, but still nonetheless, mint condition, great shape, a little bent there, as you can tell, but other than that, just a great figure. It's got the wings on the back of it and everything, and it just looks iconic, man. They nailed that outfit, just great. And the action for it it's a jumper. It does a jumping action, so it's pretty damn neat and pretty essential if you're going to start collecting Hasbros. And my big thing now that I'm telling everybody is I'm going to get, for each Hasbro, the Spanish, the French, and the American version. So I'm going to be spending some fucking bucks, man, by the end when it's all said and done. The people that came in this particular series, though, was Sergeant Slaughter, Hulk Hogan, Mr. Perfect, Coco Beware, British Bulldog, Bret the Hitman Hart, Greg the Hammer Valentine, and then, of course, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. So, great series it came in, man.
Thing of beauty, man. I had that as a kid, too, man.
Yeah, if you look on the back, it's all written in French and all that shit. And then you got the trading card that's also written in it. So, cool stuff, though.
I love it, dude. It makes me wish I still had all my old Hasbros from a kid.
Yeah, absolutely. Be worse than bucks.
Now,
and the cool thing, like, you got the 3 for $10 KB sticker up here still on it. So
is that KB Toy Stores?
Yep.
Man, remember KB Toy Stores?
Oh, absolutely. I lived there when I was a kid, bro.
Dude, that was my joint, man. That's where we used to get everything as a kid. Like
I liked them better than I did Toy Story. Jesus Christ. Toys R Us.
I agree with you, man. Toys R Us was bigger, but KB was like that more of like the homegrown feel when you go in there, and they always had everything I wanted. They always had all your GI Joes for me as a kid. They had all your olds. If you were a boy, they had your toys there, man. And I almost called it Toy Story too. Toys R Us, was just a huge warehouse that was like in there. But I don't know, KB always had more. I used to hate to go. I still to this day hate to go shopping with my wife, but when I would go to the mall as a kid, I never minded going to the mall because I could go to KB Toy Store every time I walked in. And my mom was usually good about letting me walk out with something. So that's a cool thing. They got 3 for $10. What a deal that was, huh?
Dude, could you imagine the people that actually kept that shit? 3 for $10?
3 for $10, man, I'm telling you. Well, you got another great retro one here, man. Another great old school one.
Yeah, unfortunately, this is not in good condition of any stretch of the imagination, but because of the type that it is, I had to get it no matter what. And of course, this guy had just made his return back to WWE after a very controversial exit due to some racial content that he had that was leaked, unfortunately. And he's the greatest of all time in a lot of people's mind. Hollywood Hulk Hogan, man. It's an American card. Yeah, this thing's great. It's the one that does the Hulkster hug. And again, man, you look at the facial scan, nailed it. They got the iconic Hulkster rules T-shirt there. On the back, he's got the tears in it and everything like that. And I love that they did the Hulkster hug here. I wish they made one that was a leg drop, but beggars can't be choosers. You can see all the missing parts on the cardboard here. Mm-hmm. It is straight and everything like that. There's a few dings in the corner, but again, it's on card, so that's something for it. So
it's not a DB original.
No, absolutely not. And we'll let you guys know what that means sometime down the road. That's an inside joke there.
Not today.
Not today. But the people that came in this particular series were Big Boss Man, and it was the one where his arms are down at his side, not the one where he's looking like he's doing the Piper Punch. You got $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, Ultimate Warrior, the best Ultimate Warrior from the Hasbro series, in his white trunks. Everybody remembers that one. Brutus the Barber Beefcake in the pink trunks. You got Dusty Rhodes in the polka dot outfit there, and Jake the Snake Roberts with Damien. So great line, and this Hulk Hogan next to the Mail Away is probably the best one in the Hasbro series. So had to pick it up, my man.
Oh, dude, how could you not pick that one up, man? Anything with the Hulkster on it, you gotta love it, man. Especially the old Hasbros.
I didn't realize. This says here he was 6'8". Of course, you get the trading card with every Hasbro. So I'm
303 pounds from Venice Beach, California.
300. Yeah, you definitely love Hulkster, man. 303 fucking pounds. I did not know that he was that big. It says here he's one of the most popular superstars ever in the WWF. Hogan is the inspirational leader of Hulkamania. He possesses the largest arms in the world. Hogan calls them the 24-inch pythons. And he always tells his little Hulksters to train, say your prayers, and take your vitamins, brother.
That's great right, figure. Dude.
Great
That's
figure.
Right, little dude. Take your vitamins. Say your prayers, dude.
Now, I just wanted to end the show out because I recently won a great item here from the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast. And I just got to say, man, that it is great to be a member of the Patreon over there. If you guys haven't done it already, get over there and do that. But I'll go ahead and show you two items that I got. This one here is a print, and it's 1 of 100, and there's still some available over there at mattsaraart.com. But this is the Broski print, and it's every rendition of Zack Ryder, as you can see there. It's got him from when he was on WTW, his trampoline federation that he had when he was a kid, all the way to his Broski gimmick in the WWE. And you can see some of those faces in there. This guy did a great job on this print, man.
Dude, he's had a lot of gimmicks.
Yeah, he's had a lot there. I mean, the edge heads, everything, man. And of course, it's signed by the one, the only, Zack Ryder. It's also numbered in the corner there, and then it's signed by the artist himself. So that was
piece, man.
Yeah, that was a great print. I got to get it framed up so it doesn't get all bent and stuff like that. But when I bought this, I actually got entered in for a drawing, and it was for a 1 of 1. And this is why I picked this, because it kind of ties into who we just showed. The actual art, this is not a print, of the Hulk Hogan versus Andre the Giant, Matt Serra piece of art, man. And if you look here, I'll go in each picture. You see the face-off of Hogan and Andre. There's the next one there with their interview. And then, of course, you got the immovable force meets the immovable object.
Irresistible force.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Object. Yeah, there you go. And then they tie up.
Right.
Oh, absolutely. And then you got Hogan winning the title, and then he slams him there. So, Pretty
Wow.
cool, man. 1 of 1, and you can see it in the corner here. 1 of 1, and that is Matt Serra's signature. So it
Wow,
is a legit piece. Entered in, got it for free. Freaking awesome, man.
I was just telling my daughter about that moment tonight, and I showed it to her on YouTube because we were talking about songs and stuff, and like we were talking about YouTube tonight at dinner, and then we were talking about songs, and like my son asked me, he's like, "What's one of your favorite songs that makes you feel proud to be an American?" And I said, "How could you not listen to Real American?" And my son's like, "Absolutely, Hulk Hogan," because he always remembers hearing it, and he was telling me the first time he remembered hearing it as a kid. My daughter says, "What's Real American? I don't think I've ever heard it." And I said, "Well, you're about to hear it right now." And I put on Real American. And then she's heard Hulk Hogan and stuff, and she's seen it a few times wrestling with me. And I said, Hulk Hogan's the greatest ever, probably in wrestling, has the greatest moments. She's like, "What are some great moments?" I said, "Well, kid, how long do you have
Yeah.
to be here to listen? Like, I could tell you all day." And then I said, I told her about
Almost 40 years of great moments.
yeah, so I told him, I said, "I could be here all night with you." I said, "Let me show you one of my favorite moments." And it was that moment right there on that piece of art. I showed her when he picked up Andre the Giant. She goes, like, when she's watching it, she's like, "Wow." She's like, "Holy crap, that was huge. Like, he's huge." And I said, "Yeah, that was a huge moment." She goes, "What about the crowd? How many people were there?" I said, 93,000 people were packed in 1987. She's like, "Wow, that's crazy." So that's just funny you show that piece of art because I just showed her the video of it tonight. And like, even as a kid now that's not a wrestling fan, she could see it was a huge thing.
Absolutely, dude. I mean, I can't believe how good of an artist this guy is too.
He's
Like, he nailed it
tremendous.
out of the park. He's tremendous. So go over
Yep.
there, check his stuff out. There's still some rider prints that are signed, and then there's also some rider prints that are unsigned. So get your hands on that as well.
Mhm.
But yeah, man, that was a great show tonight. Hopefully
Well,
you
we
guys.
can't forget though. We are going to close out with some Funkos tonight for old school too.
Oh Jesus, I totally forgot, man. I
We
totally
can't
forgot.
we can't zoom out because we started doing the Funko stuff and we've had some new followers over there from the Funko division. I'll let you go grab it and I'll do mine first.
Yeah, you go ahead and do yours first, man. I'm gonna grab it. Sorry,
Yeah,
guys.
so yeah, no problem. So we did our Funko edition a few weeks ago. We started doing our Funko of the week, and we had a lot of new Funko fans that came out through it and sent me some messages and sent Richie some messages and some new followers from it, subscribers. So we appreciate that totally. So you guys can see in the back, I've said it before in previous episodes. If you've seen, I was never a big Funko guy before. Richie got me into the Funko stuff, and I don't know. I was never into them, and I got on a trade some Funkos, and we just got started getting them. Now my Funko collection is growing by the day. I got some right behind me. I got a bunch more coming. I love Funkos because you can find whatever genre, whatever you like. I'm a big Game of Thrones fan. I have a whole Game of Thrones collection, Walking Dead growing. Just tons more coming in the mail too. Got a bunch ordered already. And for our old school version tonight, I got to go with one of the greatest ever, man. He is the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. The one and only Bret Hart from this version right here. In this line, they had Trish Stratus, Becky Lynch, Elias, Undertaker, and another Becky Lynch that was in there. There was two versions of her. I will not be buying either of the Becky Lynches.
I have a signed one of Becky Lynch, and I have that signed too.
Yeah, well, we won't fault you for that. It's okay. I own the Elias. I own the Undertaker one and this one
I
already.
got it for $12, man. I had to
Well,
get it.
yeah, you can't. And it's signed for $12.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's the man, all right.
I felt like the man for a minute.
Yeah, she's the man right there for getting a signed Funko going for $12 of her. So the fans will win, I guess, on that, who are fans of hers if they get it. That shows you how good Becky is, but that's a wrestling topic for another day. But yeah, it's a great one, man. I love this
Back
one.
that up a little bit.
Yeah,
Let's see that.
get
That's
there.
oh, dude, that's a great. He's even got the pose, man. The fucking
Yep.
Bret Hart pose there.
You know, and I'm the first one to admit, and you are too on the shows. Anybody who listens to our podcast knows that when we're wrong, and we say we're wrong. I thought Funkos were stupid for a long time. Got a couple. I saw how cool they were. Now I'm hooked, man. I've been buying a ton of them up. Many more to come. I'm gonna have a whole Funko wall here in my room. Coolness right here. I put some up just in the back. You can see there for just what I have right out displayed right now. I got to build a Funko wall in here actually, where I'm gonna hang all the ones up properly. So I got a bunch more sitting in the garage and in my storage area right now. But this Bret Hart one's fantastic, man. One of the many wrestler ones. And like I said, if you're not into Funkos, I would say if you're a collector, check them out because you can find a genre to anything you want. Like I said, I have a Game of Thrones like whole set that I got part of them back there. I've got John Wick. I've got, Sawyer from Lost. I'm a big Lost fan. Like Breaking Bad stuff. Like whatever you're into, man, not just wrestling. There's some cool stuff, like hands down. And you got a cool one too, man. This is one I'm going to pick up, and somebody we talked about earlier, man. So why don't you tell us what you got, Maggot?
Yeah, absolutely, dude. I just caught what you said, and that's cool.
It's Sergeant Slaughter, baby. Come on, I'm leaning
Yeah,
in.
absolutely. I got tons of
It took you a
Funkos
second to get
myself.
it there.
Yeah, absolutely. I got tons of Funkos myself, and I used to collect them religiously, but the thing is now I only get them when they're signed now, and I only stick to the wrestling because if you don't, you got to have enough real estate for something like that to display that, and I already have a massive wrestling collection, so I try to stick to just wrestling Funko Pops and just signed ones. So you're gonna see a lot of signed ones on here, and probably John will have a few of them that are the same. But you know, I kind of tend to like to show the signed ones off too because they look fantastic when they're signed. I got to give them that for Funko here, and this one is probably one of the better WWE ones to be honest with you, just because how detailed they got with it. And of course, as John alluded to, it is Mr. Sergeant Slaughter.
At ease, Maggot.
And he did sign it at ease, Maggot. And it's in green there. And if you turn it to the side, you can see he's got his little baton. He's got his whistle. He's got a great pistol belt on there and the round brown military drill instructor hat with these shades. And what a great Funko Pop this is, man. Tremendous. And in this line, which I have every single one of these, and they are all signed, I have the Skull King Triple H, both the regular and Chase. Mr. McMahon, which I do have a signed Mr. McMahon. Sergeant Slaughter, Kurt Angle signed as well, and Asuka as well. I want to get the Asuka with the green face paint because that's my favorite rendition of it, but it is just the regular one for number 56 there. So great line of Funkos that this came out with, man.
Beautiful one, man, and a beautiful Funkos of the week here. I think we brought out for everybody for our Funkos of the week because those are some awesome ones right there. Gotta love the Funko Pops, man, hands down. And y'all, dude, like I said, I was totally wrong, 100%. I admit it. It's cool. It's 30, and you can find them for a really good price. Like you said, you got a Becky Lynch one for $12. No matter if you like her or not, she's a big star. It's out there.
I think I paid 22 for this Sergeant Slaughter here.
Come on, how can you beat that for something cool like that? And you got him to sign it like that with his catchphrase like that. That's cool stuff. Like if you're a collector, those are the cool things, and you could find them all around. You just got to look it out.
Absolutely, we will be doing a Grail episode next week with a Grail Funko that will be coming in for my particular collection. That you guys are going to be blown the fuck away by this, the way it looks. You can see it there on John's wall. That's going to be a hint for you. It is on his wall there, and you guys are just going to love it. So it's going to be great. Just for a sneak peek there.
Love it, man. Love it. Love the show. Love everybody that's following us. Just a reminder, make sure you subscribe, please, if you haven't already done so, and hit that notification. And you'll see that I'm going to put up right now on the screen. I'm not going to go do a long diatribe and promo, but we got a lot of great podcasts on our network. So go check them out. We literally drop 7 days a week of content between all of our wrestling shows, Wrestling Anonymous, Wrestling with Reality. We have the Red Turtles Wrestling Podcast on there. That's what she said, Wrestling Podcast, along with a lot of other great shows. And we got some great sponsors that are going to be coming to this show in May. So we'll be bringing some cool products and deals out for you guys that are going to be coming out in May here. So,
and Santino Marella gave us 2 thumbs up.
You got to love it, man. I'm telling you, when Santino gives you 2 thumbs up, that's all I can say, man. He gave the 2 thumbs up there, and he told everybody right on the promo for us, man. In the quarantines, check it out, man.
Yep, absolutely. Thank you, Santino, for that.
So in May, you guys will see some new sponsors here for the YouTube show as well. So whether you like the products or not, I hope you check them out. But we got some cool sponsors coming aboard in May. Middle of May should be right around. I just finished the deal with them this last week. So excited for that. And we'll have some great deals for you guys for their products and different discounts you can get for checking it out. So definitely thanks to them. We'll announce them when they come on and give them all their great ad space. But keep checking out the show, the podcast that we got going on. You get as much as great wrestling content, new school, old school, topical shows, deep, dark, dirty secrets of the ring, you name it, it's out there. And Richie, man, let's close out some Fig Life, right? It's like Tony Schiavone always says, as I always say, man, I got to steal his line. We're running out of time. We're desperately out of time. But we got to remind everybody, man, when you're rolling with us here at the Fig World Order, buddy, what is it?
For life. See you guys later.